Day I'm hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy
hustling,
Ski.
hustling.
Welcome back to the Matrix. You're into the Matrix. You are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Let me know down below. Make sure you guys are spamming that like button, hitting that share so other people can spam the like button. Let's get this party started, y'all. Is everyone feeling all right? I just want to say congratulations if you made it through that last shakeout. If you're still standing here today and you didn't sell the bottom, you are a true savage. You are a true savage. My new favorite crypto guy. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. How you feeling? Feeling pretty good. I hit chest day today. Chest day is the best day. There was a lot of traffic on the way home, so that's why I'm late. But the regular program schedule is going to be 8 a.m. Central Time, and it's going to be 4 p.m. Central Time. 2 live streams Monday through Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, we're going to keep things open. But let's get into it. So if I'm feeling like it, then we'll do it. If not, then I'll let my body decide. Let's get into it, y'all. Ashley says, still holding tight, buying the dips. I told you months ago, Eagles versus Chiefs Super Bowl, and Eagles winning. Bro had the code already. But Ski, my wife's boyfriend, told me 12K.
But Ski, my wife's boyfriend told me that Bitcoin's going to 12K. What should I do?
Didn't sell the bottom, but a little hopium would be nice. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. As of the time we're recording, Bitcoin is sitting at $97,351. It is February 10th, 2025. The fear and greed is sitting at 35. Okay? 35. Okay? 35. Okay? That's the high for reference was March 11th, and the greed was at 92. We are pretty much the exact same range of the fear as September 6th. What happened in September 6th, you might be asking? Of 2024. Was a pretty big sell-off. We were at $53,000. So basically the sentiment is the same as when we were at $50,000, $55,000, you could call it. Okay? Let's get into the technicals. So right now we're looking at Bitcoin on the 5-hour chart. This to me looks pretty good. This looks like, so if we zoom out, I'm going to zoom in a little bit to right here. This looks like your micro selling climax, which definitely that's what it felt like, right? That's what a selling climax feels like. $200 billion gets wiped out from the industry. Maximum fear, a scary event when no one else is trading. That's what a selling climax feels like. It never feels good. It never feels good. It never feels good. Solnic charts. What's the next leg up? 30 million. V bottom is what that's looking like. We'll get into that. So Bitcoin looks like that's your selling climax, your automatic rally. This perhaps is your secondary test somewhere in the micro. This is basically still what I anticipate for Bitcoin. It is the full moon is in 2 days. And listen, I'm not a witch. I am a farmer though, and a hilarious accuracy of the full moon's hitting on local bottoms. I wish it wasn't this easy, but unfortunately it is. I wish it wasn't that easy because you wouldn't need me, but unfortunately you don't. You don't need me. But yeah, to me this was a massive. This is your selling climax in the micro. Now when we zoom out a little bit, all that was created was a higher high. And a lot of people would like to point to the fact they want to say that this is distribution. If this were distribution, this would need to go lower. This wick would have need to have went lower. All right, it would have need to have went down to like 86 or something like that. If that would have happened, you have an argument, but it didn't happen. It's a higher high, or it's a higher low. Excuse me. So I don't think that this is distribution at all. I think this is a reaccumulation, just like we had over here. That's exactly what I think. Nevertheless, for Bitcoin's sake, I am bullish right now for Bitcoin. 118,000 is the next leg. Either way we go. The question is Bitcoin going to be taking the altcoins with it when it goes to 118,000, or is it going to be sucking the liquidity? Is it going to be squeezing the liquidity? Either way, I'm bullish for 2025, but the question is, does altcoin season start in February or does it start in April? That's really the only question. All right. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance, because that Bitcoin dominance is going to be the key factor. Or does it start never? That's the narrative. That's the narrative that I'm hearing from every crypto creator. That's the narrative that I'm hearing from all of Twitter. That's the narrative that I'm hearing from all of TikTok. That's the narrative that I'm hearing from everyone, everywhere, all at one time. So to me, no. Now, if everyone starts saying that no, then I might be worried. But as of right now, the narrative from all of crypto talk, all of Twitter talk, all of YouTube, all of the influencers that's the narrative that they're spewing. So when they stop spewing that, then we might be worried. But as of right now, that's the narrative that's being spewed. It says, I'm sorry, I can't help myself. It's a fair question. Nothing wrong with the question. I'm just telling you my perspective is, as someone who literally searches out social engineering, like what is the masses doing, thinking, what is the herds doing, thinking. That's my perspective as what the masses are thinking right now. The masses are thinking, and I see videos all the time from like creators. I saw one, I'm not going to mention names, but I have definitely seen crypto creators that you have seen, that you are well aware of, that's what they're saying. The masses are usually wrong. I cannot think of a time when they were right. Honestly, Eli, I can't think of a time when they were right. People are saying the cycle has changed and is different this time, but Wyckoff never changes. That's true. One Up is still bearish for the past month. What else is new? One Up has been bearish for 146 candles in a row. What else is new? All right, Bitcoin dominance. Now, let's look at Bitcoin dominance. All right, so Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 61,000. 61.59%. All right. So, what I'm going to say about this, it's still ranging. All right. I know that's not the answer that everyone wants, but a decision needs to be made here. So either, I mean, that's like, this is a cop-out answer. I know it is, but it's ranging. It's ranging at the top of the range. And so what is going to happen is one of two things. It's going to break out or it's going to break down. If it breaks down, that means alt season starts in February. If it breaks up, that means alt season starts in April. So that's a cop-out answer. I know it is. But that's just the truth. Right now, the truth is we're just ranging for Bitcoin dominance. We're ranging at the top. So we'll see. This feels like a buying climax, though. Especially like how hot this got on the RSI. 83. We have not been that hot on Bitcoin dominance since way back over here. Hey, Ski from Bangkok. What's up, fam? What are your top plays right now? The top plays right now is Solnic, Flux, Rose, ICP. Those are just like 5. What you're saying is that my wife's boyfriend is lying. It's different this time, bro.
But Ski, my wife's boyfriend told me that Bitcoin's going to 12K. What should I do?
Just trying to get in before it crashes. Should I pick up more ICP or Ondo? John, personally, I think ICP is a way better value than Ondo. Ondo is inflationary. Like, pretty inflationary. If we look up Ondo, we could clearly see that the FDV is 13.5 billion, but the market cap is 4.27 billion. We want these numbers to be pretty close. So to me personally, and especially considering like what Ondo has already done, for me personally, ICP is a way better value right now. Is Crow a top? Yeah, I think Crow's a top play. Here's my full list. I just gave you like 5. Here's the full list though. All right, the full list is Solnic, HNT, Rose, ICP, Shiba, Dent, VeChain, Naka, IOTA, Flux, Theta, Krill, Suki, Raven, Dynex, Dot, LCX, Sauce, Hehe, Crow, NXRA, Phantom, News, One, and XYO. I'm probably going to remove NXRA though, because I do believe that they added, or you guys brought it to my attention rather, that they've added a lot of supply. So price equals supply plus demand. What if we don't have an alt season in February, April? As we thought there would be one in November, December. We thought that Bitcoin would break out in November, which it did. I didn't claim to be an alt season in November. That's not what I've claimed. In fact, like if we look at the history, so if you think about coins that were here in... What were some coins that were here in 2017? Meaning they had a full bull run. What are some coins that were here in 2017 and then also had a bull run in 2021? And where were they in February of 2021 after right before the bull market? Well, so here is XLM is at the 236, nowhere near parabolic rise yet. XRP, same thing. All right, so everyone keeps saying it's different this time. It's different this time. Here's April of 2021. It was at the very bottom all the way up until March. What about Solana? I don't know. I don't think Solana was here in 2017. Actually, it was not. I'm trying to think of some other coins. Ethereum. Give me some coins that had a bull run in 2017. And where were they in 2021 of February? All right, well, here's Ethereum. Not making all-time highs yet. Still had not broken out. Literally, actually, I would say structurally, the same place as where it is right now. Litecoin. Litecoin's a good example. Dot. All right, so like when you take out the emotions When you take out the emotional roller coaster ride, where was Dot in February of 2021? And you just look at where stuff was, what did Dot do from February until the top? A 5X. When you take out the emotional roller coaster ride and you just look at the actual history of where stuff was at certain times, at certain dates, it makes things very clear. Where was VeChain in February? Not even making an all-time high. What did it do from February till the bull run? Also, big corrections. Look at this correction right here. A 40% correction for VeChain in February of 2021 before doing a 7X almost in a straight line. Should I buy a little Bitcoin ski? I think you should buy every single week. Depending on your time horizon. I'm pretty sure Dent was here. Dent, in fact, was here. So where was Dent? February of 2021, right here. What happened? Big correction in February of 2021. What is this correction? 50% correction for Dent. But Ski, it's over. It did a 50% correction. All right, what did it do? A 23X. Come on now. What about Ethereum Classic? I know Ethereum Classic was here. Where was it at? February of 2021. Here's April of 2021. It wasn't even to the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement yet. Here's February. It's different, Ski. 44% correction in February. But Ski, bear market lows in February. But Ski, what about the tariffs? 15X. ADA. Let's look at ADA. ADA was here. Big correction for ADA in February. 31% correction, but Ski, we're cooked. It's over. Bear market lows. We should be out of here by now. February 2021. Bear market lows for ADA. But Ski, 10X. Come on now. What else was here? DGB. I don't know the DGB was here. 20. Here's 21. Same thing. February. Boring. Bear market lows. 4X. I think, was Theta here? There we go. Same thing. Massive correction in February. 42%. Come on, Ski. 42% correction. 8X. They keep telling me it's different. They keep saying that. ADA was here. Polkadot. Chainlink. Ski, personal question. How much did the 27 acres cost? $189,000. $189,000. I dropped 425K since the tariff crash last week. Let's go. Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, Solana, ADA, Polkadot, Chainlink, Nearquant, huge gains in 2025. I think that's a pretty solid long-term, and I think you have some short-term exposure as well, but that's definitely a good long-term portfolio. Is the bull run almost over? I would say it's the beginning of the end, but I think we still have a good 9-12 months, and the fun part has not started yet. So the last moments of the bull market are the craziest moments, and that has not started. The euphoria has not started. Okay, we've had like one coin do like a 20x. Only washout retail. I agree. When camping, the 23rd, I'm going camping, but I will have Wi-Fi, so I'll be live streaming in the night. So during the day, me and my son, we're going to be camping. We're going to be building the cabin on our property, and at night, I'll be live streaming. ICP Crow or VeChain, and why? I like all three of those. All three of those are fine. That's just a shooter's preference. I think they're similar returns for all three of those. Is it true almost everything starts to pump towards the end of the what? I look at the weekly all the time. If anything, the log scale makes you more bullish. Or at least it does me. Adam says, I don't understand. So all season broken apart through the rest of the year? Adam, what I just outlined to you, what we just looked at for the past 10 minutes, was everything that was all of the coins that were here. All the coins that were here. All of the coins that were here in 2017 that had a bull run, whether or not they got parabolic, like some of them didn't go parabolic, but they still did a good run. Like XRP, XLM is an example of a coin that had a good run, but didn't go parabolic. But we looked at all the coins, and where were they February of 2021? And guess what? They were all near their bear market lows. Most of them had a 40 to 50% correction at their bear market lows before going off to a 5, 10, 20x gain. One up. You've been bullish you've been bearish every day for 3 months. You said we were going lower at $89,000 and we haven't went a second lower. Every day for 156 days now you've been bearish. If you say it every day, one day you'll be correct. If you say we're going lower every day, one day you'll be right. Is it true almost everything starts to pump towards the end of the... Okay, and let me be clear about this. Not everything is going to pump, right? Maybe that's a mistake that I made. But I'm going to say that the right projects are going to pump. I don't think that you can just throw a dart at the board and it's going to pump. I don't know that that's going to happen. But I do think that the solid projects with low to no inflation are going to pump. If something has a stupid amount of inflation, it's not going to pump. Inflation to me is going to be the biggest factor. I called the bottom. Well, I did it with video evidence. I don't see any videos on your channel. I called the bottom and every local bottom with video evidence. There has not been a local bottom that has happened where I did not make a video saying that this is a bottom, here's X, Y, and Z, Y. It doesn't exist yet. So, we'll see. I just agree to disagree, 1UP. I disagree with your thesis. That's fine. You can have your thesis, but I disagree with your thesis. I'm not perfect. I don't get everything right, but I have a good track record. And what I'm telling you, what I see is the sentiment has shifted for sure. There was a brief period, I would say in here, maybe through here, right? Through November through December. The sentiment probably was that there's going to be an alt season. That was definitely the sentiment, right? That was the sentiment. There was going to be an alt season. That shifted. Look up your favorite crypto creator besides me. How many of them are still holding on to an alt season? I've seen at least 10 different crypto creators who are just throwing out the idea that there's no alt season. The bottom is in and then it goes lower. What do you mean by that, Bryce? That's not what a bottom is. Price prediction for Rose, 38 cents. Says, I'd say it's 50-50 now. I'd say no. If you look on Crypto Talk, if you look on Twitter, look at the comments and just look at like what everyone's saying. And that's the narrative. The narrative is that it's over. There's no alt season. It's different. That's what the crypto creators are saying. Look on Twitter. That's what they're telling you. And I'm telling you from my experience, retail is never right. Never. I've never seen retail be right. Never. In my entire career of trading crypto, never, not one time have I seen retail be correct. Never. TA for Dent. I think Dent's a play. What's your prediction for Rose? 38 cents. I lost connection. Did you predict ICP and Crow? $1 to $2 for Crow. ICP $100. DNX, please. I'm going to be honest. DNX doesn't have a great looking chart. DNX is just more of a fundamental play for me. I have said that I think that Flux and DNX are similar coins, similar projects. This is just still skidding. I thought that this was accumulation or the start of it, but no, this is still skidding. But I mean, we're at the launch price. This is clearly distribution in hindsight. What I've said though is Flux and DNX are similar projects, and the reason that I'm mining almost all Flux is because I think that Flux is going to go before Dynex does. And then I plan to rotate some of that into Dynex. Now, I still have a lot of Dynex from when I was mining it, but I plan to mostly play Flux right now and then rotate into Dynex is my plan. We're still looking for signs of accumulation. We haven't got that yet. So this is just still skidding. How much is Flux going? Sup. I think Flux gets to $5 minimum. It could get to it could get as high as $20. That's my conservative price, is 38 cents for Rose. Parabolic is about $1. Yo, 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 what's up? You think Dot 88 Algo have a 5x left from here? Yeah, I think all of those can 5x from here. Degen. Are you rich now, bro? I've been rich. I've been rich. What are your top 5? My top 5 right now. I'm going to give you some low markets, some medium caps, and some large caps. Top 5 right now would be Solnick, Flux, Rose, ICP, VeChain. Those are my top 5 right now. Stocks. I have stocks. My stocks is boring. I have ETFs. Listen, I use zero bandwidth on stocks, and I don't really believe in the stock market like that. I really just use it as a savings account because I don't save in the US dollar, is the truth. Mario, thanks for the heart, bro.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Is virtual a buy? What is the what's the ticker for that? Eat with Mo. Bitcoin, please. All right, I see we got some more people in here. let's do a recap on my analysis. All right. So we're going to look at Bitcoin, we're going to look at the altcoins, we're going to look at Bitcoin dominance. And all 3 of these sort of play into factor, okay? I put this on here. This is my trade the news and you will lose chart. I've been in this game for 10 years, okay? And what you'll notice if you pay attention, if you just journal the events, whatever is presented to you as good or bad, it is almost always the opposite. Okay? So this was a scary moment when everything was closed. A lot of people sold right here. A lot of people sold when Bitcoin went back to $91,000. That was the scariest moment we've had in a while, right? But whatever is presented to you, if it's good or bad, most of the time the opposite is true as far as like what's actually going to happen. Right? So this was presented as terrible news and recession and all this bear market and all this stuff. But right now, Bitcoin is up from this moment, 7%. That's an entire stock market year in a week. Okay? And what you might say is like, well, the reason that happened was because Trump, he changed his mind. Whoopsies, I'm a Sagittarius. But my issue with that is like, I've seen this too many times, right? Japan cut their rates. It was the same thing. For one day, maximum fear, maximum pain. For one day, they cut rates. And then the very next day, whoopsies, I'm a Sagittarius, I changed my mind. So I've seen this play out just too many times. And what this looks like to me, when you measure the sentiment, this was certainly a local bottom. Now we might visit this wick right in here. We might visit it throughout the next 28 days. I'm not saying that. But as of right now, this is a local bottom in my opinion. And not only is it a local bottom, but this is a higher low. Okay? Not only is it a local bottom with a higher low, but the fear and greed index right now is at 35. That is extreme fear. Well, not extreme fear. That's definitely fear, though. Right? When people say, buy the blood, buy the dip, don't trip, buy the dip. Like, this is a very simple thing to say, but in practicality, it's hard to do. Simple, not easy, right? Okay. So where did we wick to for Bitcoin? We wicked to the 100 moving average and found violent support off of it. Now, what I would like to see is a body close above $99,000. And that would be a continuation. When we look on the 5-hour chart, things are looking even better, in my opinion. When we look on the 5-hour chart, this is the start of accumulation. This is your selling climax. Accumulation, if you don't know, is a bottom. Your automatic rally, and then we're somewhere in phase B of accumulation. And I'll show you what the schematic for that looks like. So this is distribution. Accumulation is what marks a bottom. This is the textbook of what a bottom looks like. Okay? That doesn't mean that we're going to V-bottom out of here. I'm not saying that, especially for Bitcoin. But this was our selling climax, in my opinion. Right here. Your automatic reaction. Right here. Your secondary test. Right here. So in my opinion, we're somewhere in here. We're somewhere in here. This is a micro time frame, though. This is the 5-hour chart. But this looks like accumulation to me. Ultimately, a higher high and a higher low. When we look at the total 3, which is the altcoin season, right? It's every altcoin that is not. You combine the entire pot of altcoins that is not Ethereum and Bitcoin. Everything else. What happened here? Violent backtest of the prior range. Short term, this sucks. 38% correction. Was it 38%? What was it? Excuse me, 33% correction. That's scary. That sucks. From the very top, what was it? 34% correction. That's what we'll call it. 34% correction. Violent backtest of the prior range. Now, we got to ask ourselves, has this happened in the past in February before a bull market? Has there been a violent backtest February before the bull market starts? Oh yeah. Almost everything that was here in the bull market last time, that's exactly what happened. So here is VeChain, February of 2021, 44% correction. Violent. 7x. Wow, Ski, I think you're cherry picking. All right, let's keep going. What was here in the last bull market? What about Link? What about Link? Was there a violent correction in February? Oh, I don't know. 47%? Now, Link didn't go that much higher from there. Dogecoin. But it did go higher. Was there a violent correction in February for Dogecoin? Oh, I'd say so. 55%. Before what? This is February 2021. 17x. 17x. What about Shiba? I haven't even looked at Shiba. Here's October of 21. Shiba's not really a great example. This would be the body right here. But this is May, so it wasn't really here in February. What else? ADA. ADA was here. Did ADA have a violent correction in February? Here's January. No, but it did in January though. 28% correction. Theta. Here's February. %34 correction. Come on now. 5x. They keep telling me it's different. Do you think we are in a spring? I think so. I think that this is a V bottom. That's my theory. This is a V bottom. How much minimum to invest in Bitcoin? Like $1? Is Gala still worth holding? I don't know. Gala has a crazy amount of inflation. Can you go over Solnik, bro? Yes. Solnik to me did the exact same thing as the Total 3 chart. And I think it's working on a V bottom. Why? Where is my Solnik chart? This is the wrong chart. All right. So Solnik just did the exact same thing to me as the Total 3. You had a nice little run, and then you had a violent back test of the prior range. This is all prior range. You got the prior range here, here, and all of this. Violent back test. V bottom is my theory. Has the same setup as the Total 3. How about Dot? Dot, I think, looks pretty good. I think Dot will do a 7x here. What type of animals do you think we'll see pass through your property? Cows and chickens are going to be the main one. What cold storage wallets do you have? I have a Ledger, and I have a decent wallet. Strong support here now. I agree. Which top 3 should I go for right now? Are you asking, like, as in Bitcoin, Ethereum? Is that what you mean? Like, top 3 by market cap? What does it's SOLNIC? What does Solnik do? It's a DeFi coin. So it's like Radium. It used to be a meme coin. It's not a meme coin anymore. Will you have lions and tigers? No. I will not be having lions, tigers, and bears. All right, let's look at virtual. So in closing, like, well, not closing, but like in conclusion of the TA, I'm very bullish right now. And I love it when there's maximum fear events like this. So this is still skidding. I don't know. There's not really support to catch this. You would look for signs. I mean, it's below the 200 even. You would hope that this is accumulation. Retracement is $3,500. Is that? Yeah. What about hedgehogs? Maybe. Says I think I bought the wrong one. XTZ9 is the last 4. Dano just put it in the contractor. Just put it in the chat. What's the Sonic target for 2025? Minimum of 7.5 cents, or I will shave my beard. But I think it could get as high as $1. How about Rose in 21? Did Rose have a violent back test? Is that what you're asking me? Did Rose have a violent back test in February of 21? I don't see a good chart for this one back in 21. I know that it was here. KuCoin might be a good one. Yeah, same thing. February of 21, huge correction. 47% correction. Before doing a 6x. Roadmap for Sonic in 2025. The roadmap is a stablecoin in April, swap app in June, DeFi. You're going to be able to stake, lend, borrow, liquidity mine, and then November, Sonic's version of Polymarket. Try Rose. Alex Costa is losing his hope for sure. I think Fear is here. Fear is definitely here. And I think so. If you were to put me in a box, don't put me in a box. People should be dollar cost averaging. I agree. Don't put me in a box. But if you were to put me in a box, the box that you would put me in, I would say, like, if I were to give you two things that are my bread and butter. Number one is Wyckoff. Wyckoff is the technical, my bread and butter as to that. Number two, and I would say probably even more of a bread and butter, is just being able to read sentiment. My emotional intelligence. Understanding fear. What that looks like. What it feels like. Understanding greed. But I would say especially fear is the one where I'm very keen to picking it up. I never... By the time I finished typing, you already found a good chart. What do you think about CKB? I really don't. Any coin? My top three, Jesse, would be Solnic, Flux, either ICP or Rose. Did your TA ever been wrong for long term? Not yet. I've been off by my targets. Like, I would say like the biggest mistake that I made. Hold on. This looks like it has some work to do, bro. All right, let me talk about like the biggest mistake that I made. People think that I'm like always bullish, but I'm not. All right. So right here, this was tricky. Now, okay, so this is when the Bitcoin ETF got approved, and we went to $48,000. Okay, so video evidence. I'm gonna tell you like where I messed up the most. I was correct with structure, but I was off with my targets. This was in the bear market. So this is from the war in Israel was right here. Let me go to my trade the news you'll lose because it makes it a little bit. This is a good one right here. Okay. So from here to here, this area is, I would say, like where I did the worst, I guess. So when the war in Israel kicked off, I made a video documented that was a local bottom. I put it out on Twitter. I made a Discord 9/12/2023. I said that this was a local bottom. The war in Israel kicked off 9/11/2023. And I even said like recognize this for next time. Okay? So I said that this was a local bottom right here. And it was. And then I said that I thought we were going to $48,000 was the next big move. Okay? That's exactly what happened. I said I could see a scenario where we go to 52, but 40 to 48 is the actual move that I was calling for. We went to $49,000. Okay, so that was like pretty much nailed that. Now, this is where I screwed up. Right here. I was calling for a back test of $35,000. That's what I was calling for. I was calling for a back test of $35,000, and we did back test. So I was very bearish. When we got above $40,000, I started being very bearish in Bitcoin in the short term. And I was calling for a $35,000 back test. We actually back tested $38,000. And the mistake that I made was not recognizing that was the structure. I was too beholden to my target of $35,000. But this was the structure as to what I was calling for, was a back test. This was the structural back test. Okay? The mistake that I made was I didn't move off of the $35,000 target soon enough. And I think around in here is when I started recognizing it. I was like, okay, well, that was the move. So that was the biggest mistake that I've made as far as my chart analysis. I would say that I was even correct about the structure, just my targets were a little bit off, and I was a little bit too slow to move off of it. But, I mean, for the past, 4 years, that's pretty damn good. I was still right about where we were going and that we would back test. I just thought we would go a little bit deeper than we did, and I didn't move off of it quickly enough. But I did sell a little bit of Bitcoin here, and I rotated it into some altcoins. Now, I thought we were going to go deeper, and I thought it was going to be longer. But I moved off of that very quickly. I think I moved off of it in February is when I moved off of that. So, other than that, every local bottom I have called on the day. Video evidence, every local bottom. I would say that this area right here was the one that got me the most. But comparatively, I don't know if you could even say that it got me. But yeah, there you go. That's the biggest sort of mistake that I made over the last 4 years. Deeper and longer, that's what she said. Multiple influencers hyping Ondo RWA affiliation. Isn't inflation a huge problem? That's what I think. You missed it by 3K. Yep. Besides Dash. Dash was not a public loss. Dash was a private loss. Yes, Dash is my biggest loss in history. All right, guys. That's going to be it for this time. I'll be live later this evening at like 4 p.m. Central Time. I do think that Crow is a good play. I like Rose, 38 cents a minimum, Matthew. I'll be live at 4 p.m. Central Time. Okay, and that's pretty much going to be the schedule Monday through Friday for the next next few weeks. It's going to be Monday through Friday. 8 a.m. is the target, and then 4 p.m. 2 different live streams, and then Saturday, Sunday, just be in the Telegram because it's just gonna be based off of how my body feels. I might take one of the days off and I might go live in the afternoon. But all right, guys, that's gonna be it for this time. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I will never message you. There is 4 days left. 4 days left on the consultation discount, 50% off. It will never be this low again. I promise you, it will never be this low again. So there's four days left for the 50% off for the consultation. I do a full-on in-depth review of your portfolio. I go over your goals, your situation, your problems, your concerns, all that, and make a tailor-made strategy for you based off your goals, wants, needs, and concerns. So if you're interested in that, hit me in. Can I pay in Venmo? You can pay in Venmo. I take anything: PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, crypto, Solana, Bitcoin, check, V-Bucks, whatever you want. No, I don't take V-Bucks. That's the only one. That's a joke. But the rest of them are good. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this time. Peace, love, prosperity. God first. God bless. I'm out.
Damn hustling, 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 hustling.